November is National Adoption Month. Millions of children are adopted every year nationwide, and it doesn't have to be a complicated and expensive process. It's one that you can do, and hundreds of local children need a home right now. Joining me this morning is Bob Rooks, Director of Florida's Adoption Information Center. That's a statewide service that's been operated right here in Jacksonville by Daniel since 1994, right?
1994, that's correct.
And good morning to you. Good morning. Now, how hard is it for folks to adopt a kid?
Well, it's a lot easier than people think.
Okay.
That to adopt a child, now there's of course a process because we want it to be a good orderly process, but to adopt a child from foster care, and we have right here in the Jacksonville area without an identified family currently 55 children. 55 children. 55 children.
Okay.
Statewide that number's just slightly over 500 kids.
Okay.
But to adopt those children, one, it doesn't cost. Now, a lot of people think that it costs a lot of money to adopt, and it can. If you're adopting a baby, it can cost upward towards $30,000. But if we're talking about adopting those children from foster care, the cost is little to nothing. And I'm saying that easily, that there's no cost. Process-wise, well, we're always a good first call at 1-800-96-ADOPT, Daniel's Adoption Information Center. And then what we'll do is have the family will go through a training that's 30 hours that we call MAP. MAPP stands for Model Approach to Partnerships and Parenting. Once they finish that class, then they do the home study. And it's that home study that actually qualifies them to adopt. That consists of standard things like they'll do all the criminal records checks, abuse registry checks. They're going to come out to look at their home to make sure it's a good environment for a child. All of those kinds of things. And then once they have that approved home study, then they can start matching that child to that family. And it's the family that chooses the child. We don't just assign a child.
Right, it has to be kind of the perfect fit.
Precisely.
What's the age range of kids that need a home?
The age range of kids, the majority of the kids of those 55 that we're talking about, the majority of those are school age.
School age.
Right. Now, one of the other myths that we often hear, because they use that word special needs, which I don't like, is that the kids are handicapped. They are not. Now, these are children that have been abused or neglected. Some of them will have some things to overcome, but with a good, loving, stable family, they do fine. They do fine. They're normal kids that need good families.
Gotcha. And you need those families.
And we do need those families.
All right, Bob, thank you very much.
And the families need the children.
That's right. Win-win situation.
Right.
Bob, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I appreciate that. And we have all this information online for you. Go to the local news section for more information on local adoptions. You can call Daniel at 1-800-96-ADOPT. You can also visit danielkids.org.